A very good afternoon to you tuned into UBC TV. Welcome to our lunchtime news this Wednesday, the 12th of April 2023. My name is Michael Jordan Lukomwa, and this is what we have for you. Hundreds have gathered at Bujumbura Catholic Cathedral in Hoima district to witness the official send-off of the late Bishop Emeritus of Hoima Catholic Diocese, the Right Reverend Albert Edward Baharagate. Baharagate died on the 5th of April 2022 at Nsambya Hospital in Kampala. Among the celebrants are Right Honorable Prime Minister Robin Nabanja, Uganda's ambassador to Burundi Major General Matayo Chaligonza, former Permanent Secretary Ministry of Energy Dr. Kabagambe Kalisa, former Information Minister Kabakumba Masiko, and Archbishop Emeritus Church of Uganda Stanley Ntagali, among others.
kino baitu kikwetagisa bwangu kandi kiwemeze habaho ehema etekana murabemu abantu bali aba basenaliyo abaina obusaho obukutukura kajwaire na uniform yabo banyaro na tax n'ubarugana oinkize ayo baikiriye no
Our reporters are on ground in Hoima, and they will update us with broader coverage, and we'll have it in our subsequent bulletins. May the Bishop's soul rest in eternal peace. Moving on, Kawempe National Referral Hospital has received assortment of maternal equipment from the Uganda Registration Services Bureau. The donation is to help promote maternal and child health in the hospital. This comes after observing an increase in the number of women giving birth every day in the hospital, and among the donated items is an ultrasound machine that has been donated to the hospital.
Basically is a very safe machine that uses sound waves to detect what is in the person's abdomen. In this particular case, we are usually interested in the baby. So it will detect, it will show number of babies, how they are lying, whether they are alive or not, their morphology. You know, it detects a lot. It also detects the uterus. It also detects the placenta, where is it lying. So it's a very, very essential equipment in maternal and child health.
We'll have that in detail in our subsequent bulletins. The management of Kampala International University has cautioned university students against use of bad language during guild campaigns. Speaking during students' guild campaigns at KIU Kansanga campus, Dr. Chomendo Christine, the Deputy Dean of Students, advised them to seek university leadership through peaceful means.
And I'm happy you are really displeased. That's what I'm seeing. Now, leaders in making, please, I know you are going to continue being leaders even after here. This one is just a stepping stone. Now, remember, you are not yet confirmed. A friend, but someone who is capable.
I really trust that this exercise will be successful if we keep this cooperation. Thank you so much. Thank you for being nominated. Those who are not present, those who are not present, tomorrow there shall be an election which will be free and fair. We play your words.
Once I'm voted into power, I will make sure I become a bridge of the students and the administration. I will make sure I will take the ideas of the students to the administration, and I will communicate the university policies to the students. So I will make sure there is that good connection between the university and the students.
Some they come here, some come from very far, and when they reach here, they just get the information from here that there is no lecture, without even a clear communication from the administration. So that's the only thing which is affecting us, and I'm quite sure I'm going to deal with that problem, and within no minute that problem will be solved.
These elections I will term them as different because they are not characterized by cutthroat politics.
Save the Children Uganda has tasked Uganda Debt Network to investigate the impact of the most recent cycle of alternative basic education for Karamoja, a BEC program that started in 2019. Save the Children has been partnering with government for the last over 25 years to ensure that the nomadic children are included in the formal education system of Uganda through the periodic BEC program. Mark Arnold Wadulo reports that the struggle to guarantee quality education in remote villages of Karamoja remains ambiguous.
This 5-year tenure of the NORAD framework ends in September 2023. In Karamoja, some remote community learning centers, formerly known as a BEC, have a wanting learning environment. Pupils sit on tree stumps sheltered by branches to form a class.
A community school has no structures. And the other thing is it has no sitting materials like desks, tables for teachers.
Morulem Primary School has an enrollment of over 300 children split into Primary 1, 2, and 3. Not different from other community learning centers in this region.
Children were being followed and given some education, but there was some kind of delink or some limitation with regard to how they can be absorbed into the mainstream education system.
Under the current framework, 2019 to 2023, Save the Children in Uganda and government ensure that boys and girls learn and have equitable access to quality and inclusive education.
We would be very, very grateful if government quality those schools, because that is where we will now be sure of 100% support from local government, from government of Uganda.
The target groups for the program are 59,104 children in 92 schools in the 9 districts of Moroto, Kotido, Napak, Nakapiripirit, Nabilatuk, Omoro, Gulu, Noya, and Amoru. Between 2021 and 2022, literacy tests were conducted in local languages of Acholi and Nga Karimajong for grade 3 learners.
last year is when we had a promotion of 57 children to primary 3 level.
Results showed that only 100 out of the 225 sampled grade 3 learners who received home learning packs could correctly answer literacy questions selected from the packs, with boys performing better than the girls.
Well, I'm seated in Murulem Primary School's P2 class. As you can see, I don't even have a place to sit. This is one of the challenges these schools face, coupled with the other challenges of lack of proper learning materials and enough skilled teachers. As government is committed to improve the quality of these schools, more has to be done at an urgent pace. Reporting for UBC News, Wadulo Mark Arnold in Nabila 2 District.
UBC Lunchtime News. Uganda Medical Pre-Interns Fraternity has given 1-week ultimatum to the Ministry of Health to respond to their grievances, including a debt for internship. One of the representatives, Judith Nalukwalbo, highlights that despite engagement, the ministry has not officially responded yet. The 2023-2024 internship was to start on the 3rd of April. In the same vein, the pre-interns have petitioned the Speaker of Parliament on the same.
We've been waiting for this internship and it's nowhere to be seen. So we're supposed to be admitted at the start of this month, but the ministry wrote to the sites of internship that apparently they are not ready for the internship and it's going to be delayed, and they did not even commit themselves. Maybe it's going to be delayed by 1 week or 2 weeks. They just said it's going to be delayed. So if it delays, we already sit at home for almost 8 months. Now if it delays more and more and more, what do we do? Where do they expect us to work when we can't work? We are waiting for their reply, and we promise them by Friday, if they haven't replied, because Friday is the last working day of this week, we shall sit as interns and find a solution to the current problem that we have at the moment. They want to remove that money that they were giving us as an allowance while we are working. Apparently they don't have money, so they want to remove it. How do you expect me to work for you for 1 year without paying me?
Now, Nakawa NRM Urban Division leaders from the 226 villages and 23 parishes have been called upon to harmonize their mobilization efforts to avoid internal clashes among their supporters. The call was made during a joint mobilization meeting chaired by the division NRM chairman Nicholas Harini Twe at Kiswa Parish Community Hall.
Was to organize ourselves to see how we can capture Kampala again so that we win the coming elections. We are organizing to make sure that we work together. There have been some other organizations that come trying to mobilize for NRM, but we are saying all those small groups will have to submit to the level where they are working from, the chairperson of the party. It's very true, most of the people don't know their mandate, because the manifesto that we have today, the manifesto that the government is running, it is a manifesto of His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, but from NRM. He's running NRM agenda. Therefore, every NRM member must make sure that the government programs that were put in the manifesto are well implemented.
But the outcry has been, how do we benefit as leaders to be able to guide others, especially when we say prosperity for all, when we say that we want to bring these others. Normally people come to the leaders for assistance, but when as a leader, you're one of the most poor person who is very impecunious, how can you help others?
We want to assure you, and I want to assure the general public, that there is no division NRM. However, we have different mobilization groups.
The low category of leaders are not empowered. Empowerment means being able to handle the problems of, and that is not yet in place.
The chairperson Parliamentary Forum for Indian Affairs, Fred Opolot, has pledged to support the petition in Parliament that aims at legalizing and introducing the Buyindi tribe in Uganda. This was during a meeting between the Indian External Affairs Minister Ajay Shankar in the Indian High Commission to Uganda, Ajay Kumar, and members of the Parliament sitting at the Parliamentary Forum for Indian Affairs in Uganda. The Indian External Affairs Minister is in Uganda and discussed on the issues concerning social and economic bilateral ties between India and Uganda.
Yesterday when I called on the President, I will certainly on behalf of India reiterate our fullest support for your very successful chairship of the non-aligned movement. It is something which again is a very important responsibility, but I think it's a responsibility which certainly Uganda, under such a tall and experienced leader like you have.
This Indian diaspora, they have invested a lot of fund and they have brought in technology. But if their children, their next of kin not getting a similar citizenship, there is a problem that this investment may flow out of Uganda. So it's very important to keep this generation in here. And in addition to that, having a citizenship is always a protection to the money you invest in. When you are a citizen, you are sure your money is safe. So it will also help new people to come in. So these are one of the two major benefits I can look into.
Tourism. We want to ensure that rather than a multitude of Ugandans flying to India for treatment, the Indian investors or even Ugandan investors should install the capacity of such medical equipment into Uganda so that we curtail the cost of transportation and well-being in India. That runs in billions of dollars. So that is the first. We're going to interact with them closely. The foreign minister has accepted that he'll take it up with the owners of these facilities in India, and I think that is something that we will be looking forward to. Have propagated also for intermarriage, because I believe that meaningful integration can also arise as a result of intermarriage. So I think that is important, because it's about to be believed that certainly you like Ugandans and you're integrated within the Ugandan community.
Crown Beverages has opened a new factory at Kakungulu worth $90 million with a testimony in the growth of investment in Uganda from 1.8 million cases sold annually to over 65 million cases. The Vice President represented the President of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, and said if one produces a good or a service and nobody or only a few people buy it, the enterprise will collapse. She emphasized that a market is important, and the bigger the market, the more the profits. Alupo congratulated the board and staff of Crown Beverages upon the milestone. The Vice President attributed the increase in sale by Crown Beverages Limited of over 65 million cases annually to government's privatization policies. She congratulated the shareholders, saying that the company has been known for contribution to the economy through various ways like direct and indirect employment in different chains, high level of local content, and their investment in corporate social responsibility in different sectors. The chairman, Crown Beverages Amos Nzei, said that the day marks the achievements of the policy of government of Uganda led by Yoweri Museveni in privatizing parastatals and government companies. He also said that Pepsi promotes women and gender balance, highlighting the fact that Crown Beverages has 40% of their employees women. The director of PepsiCo, Paul Anderson, said that the facility is a true state-of-the-art that will supply the market effectively, adding that the success of any business is thriving is a thriving community. Maggie Chigozi, one of the board members, moved a vote of gratitude to Amos Nzei for his passion in leading the company through it all. She said the company had won different awards and maintained quality global standards.
Thank you for inculcating those values on the workforce of Crown Beverages. Mr. CEO, as the people of Uganda, our interests are still to continue partnering with you for the good of the people of Uganda and the region. There are also important enablers which are needed to lower the costs of production in order to guarantee the profitability of enterprises and convey the goods and services to the consumers. These enablers include peace and security, good roads, electricity, low cost of labor, favorable policies, ICT backbone, railways, etc.
Somebody who kept the money, and I need the money before I go to bid because I need to present a good bid. So I approached Mr. Kayoka. I said, you must get those money that you kept somewhere. He responded positively, and here we are presenting this picture. Thank you. Thank you.
May we put together our hands for Vice President. I will then also request
UBC Lunchtime News. We take a short break, but still with you, bringing in more.
Talk with freedom. Get MTN Freedom voice bundles that don't expire. Dial *100 *21# or my MTN app for more bundles. Together, we're unstoppable.
The Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development, under the auspices of the East African Community, will host the 10th East African Petroleum Conference and Exhibition 2023 from the 9th to the 11th of May 2023 at the Kampala Serena Hotel in Uganda. Take full advantage of the investment opportunities in the East African region's vibrant oil and gas sector. To find out more on how to sponsor, exhibit, or attend the 10th EAPCE 23, visit www.eapce23.eac.int.
Iwakato, this is a quick call. I'm almost out of minutes. Now, the center.
Why rush through such important conversations? Airtel Uganda has made it possible for you to call across all networks in Uganda at the best rates with the new Bona voice bundles. Stay connected anytime, anywhere, with minutes valid for calls on all networks. Dial *100*1#. Select voice bundles and select Bona voice bundles today. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Corporate Games is back bigger and better. Our next outing is on the 16th of April 2023 at Chambogo Sports Grounds. The entrance is for free and we'll have our games running from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Remember, you can be part of the Corporate Games family and experience a number of benefits like annual participation, team building, free exhibition, branding opportunities, full media coverage, and featuring in the Corporate Games magazines. For more information on registration, contact us on 0787-620-611 or 075-872-6887. You can also reach us through our email address corporategamesug@gmail.com. Corporate Games, inspiring corporates through sports.
years of supporting health in Uganda. This year, the Kabaka Birthday Run will mark its 10-year anniversary on Sunday, 16th April at Lubidi, starting 7 a.m. and continue the fight to end AIDS by 2030. Buy your running kit today at 20,000 shillings from Airtel shops, Benchwanuka, Fubani, New Taxi Pack, or Majestic Brands office in Bulange Mango. You can also pay using Airtel Money. Dial *185 *5#. Kits purchased using Airtel Money shall be picked from Airtel Wampe or Shop. Proudly sponsored by.
Glow as you are with the new Spark 10 series smartphone from Airtel in partnership with Tecno. Own the timelines with picture-perfect selfies using the 32-megapixel selfie camera, 256GB storage, G88 gaming processor, and a strong battery to last the whole day. Towakana.
The Spark 10 smartphone comes with free 3GB from Airtel and 100% bonus on weekly and monthly bundles every month for 3 months. So you can stay connected to a world of possibilities. Dial *100 *5# to enjoy free data. The new Spark 10 is available in all selected Techno shops countrywide. Airtel, the smartphone network in partnership with Techno. Stop at nothing.
Thank you so much for watching. We now talk business. Local communities across the country have been discouraged from allowing unnecessary movement of livestock from one place to another. This is aimed at preventing any cattle disease that may break out from suspicious areas. State Minister for Animal Industry Ramirama Bright says that for now it is safe to consume meat across Uganda.
Recent reports of anthrax outbreak in Bududa district were not true. These fears have been allayed by State Minister for Animal Industry, Ramirama Bright.
We did vaccinate in affected areas and we took precautionary measures. As far as I'm concerned, it is safe to take meat in Bududa. So as far as I'm concerned, the issue of anthrax was fixed. And we don't have a threat in that area anymore.
He says the current meat on the market is safe for human consumption.
But I can only advise farmers and other stakeholders, they should not eat meat from a dead animal. They should only eat meat inspected by veterinary professionals.
However, Ramirama warns locals against unnecessary movement of livestock.
We are sensitizing the people and we are trying to do regular vaccination in high-risk areas, transit areas, and affected areas. So going forward, that means that we contain any outbreak at any one given point. But we encourage the people, especially local community, not to allow movement of livestock unnecessarily, especially from affected areas to safe areas.
Government is monitoring border points to avoid infiltration of animal diseases in the country. Henry Okrut, UBC.
In sport, Entebbe Golf Club's Katogo Invitational Tournament has been boosted by the I&M Bank. The tournament is unique and played quarterly, with the second event due on the 29th of April.
I&M Bank has committed to support sports with the Entebbe Golf Club's Katogo Invitational Tournament, their latest engagement.
We believe there is still more opportunity for us to support sports development in this country. And when I talk about sports, I'm talking largely of golf in particular, because golf has a way of bringing people together. It has a way of getting people to interact and talk to each other as they play golf. It has a way of creating opportunities for business and engagements with people that you might not ordinarily see in an office or might not be so easy to see in an office.
The Katogo Invitational Golf Series is a fun-filled golf contest categorized into 4 events over the year, with combined scores joined as set 10 and 11 per hole for a total of 1,011 for 2 players that form a team. Daytona was held in the first quarter, followed by Call Your Shots Due this month. Me Too will be in the third quarter, and Oh Gosh in the last quarter of the year.
For the first tournament, Daytona, golfers would score up to 1,000. So it was best scores, starting with a lower handicap. So if you score 10 and your partner scores 5, so the score on that hole is 510. So to us, that's something that's going to be fresh to the golfing fraternity, so that modes of play that Entebbe Club and the Katogo team have come up with are going to be fresh to the people, and it will also create some more excitement and engagement in the game of golf, which I&M Bank is looking to associate with.
I&M Bank's involvement augurs well with the kind of investment government wants the private sector to indulge in to address infrastructure gaps.
I&M is partnering with us to see that we can improve some of the facilities on our course, but also improve the experience of members.
As part of our commitment to the series, we have agreed to support the tournament, one, by ensuring that we avail all the prizes that will be required during the next 3 quarters. And at the end of it all, we are also excited to be to announce that we shall also provide an exciting experience on what the golfers normally call the 19th hole.
These quarterly series that started on 14th January will run up to 9th December 2023. John Barnes, Sentamo, UBC News.
And that brings us to the end of our lunchtime news. Thank you so much for watching, but we are still at work as newsroom, and of course in the evening we'll give you all the news in our subsequent bulletins, Luganda, Kiswahili, and I'll be here myself for news tonight. For now, enjoy your lunch as well as our next program. Bye-bye.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Ramadani Mubarak, Ramadani Kareem.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.